the other black car of Milan in his SRT Cupra. It starts 7th. With Bab in P8, we will look at tyres now. As the top 3 start on the hard tyres with Brad on the mediums. Blue starts on the hards with Egolf going on the mediums alongside Milan. 2 Alpine teammates, former teammates, I will say. Bab and Hilly start on the hards with Terriers on the medium. Jay and Chaz on the hards with JT Con on the medium. Taylor Danny goes opposite with hards. Nade David starts on the mediums with Nefandi's here, Dave Riley, Riddler and Tuck on the hards, separated by Batten on the mediums in P18. Excited to see Batten tonight. I love Batten. He's an absolute legend, he is. He's so goated, he is. As once again, Wayne is doing his thing where he races on a formation lap. Wait, can you calm it down? We get you on pole. Just slow down a bit. You do not need to race. He did this last week, and me and Armin, as he's known as, we had a laugh about how quick Wayne goes on a formation lap. As you can see, he's proper racing it. He's sending it on and he's gone off. Oh, Wayne. Yeah, he needs to calm down sometimes, as he's going to park his car in the pole position slot for the second time running, for second week running even. As Ben Brash disqualifies this guy, he's going to go slightly further back, and that's going to help DSL Brad, who's on the mediums. Brad looking to get an aggressive start alongside Egolf and Milan. We will see how these boys get on with the last car of Tuck, who got a 5-place grid penalty, parking his car in the P20 slot. Basson parking his car in a very awkward way, but here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we're go. It's round 3 of season 3 in DTS, and it's Wayne who gets the good launch. But Scotty's going to go alongside him in turn 1. He's all over the curb. Scotty goes off and he makes contact with Brash. And there's a car of Terriers and the Aphrodite of Jay as well getting involved in a few collisions. Bab is all the way at the back. He's got caught up in a massive collision. So is Taylor Danny. Taylor Danny was all the way around. I'm not too sure what happened there. But it's Ben Brash on the aggressive start against Scotty. Ben Brash down the inside against Scott. And Scott holds it really well. He's done well there. Bit of contact between them, but it's not too bad. Brad in behind. He's just biding his time with Blue keeping his place. But he's got Milan behind him. Egolf lost a place at the start as well. But right now, it looks okay. Obviously, there was the collision with Bab and Taylor Danny. Obviously, them two might not have been together. But yeah, apart from that, very clean start. Famous Wayne leads us away with Brad the one likely to get the move done on the medium tire. Obviously, Riddler goes ahead of Dave Riley in the hairpin, and there's a gap that's formed between Riddler and David here. So yeah, he needs to close out quickly. As Egolf is right in the back of Milan as well. I don't expect any of these guys to make a move just yet. As Jay goes ahead of JT Cod. That moves the Aphrodite car into P10. Good driving from Jay. As Aphrodite currently lead the championship with Bab and Chaz. Chaz comes into the pits. I think he has damage. I think he was the one who went into the back of one of the other yellow cars. And Chaz comes into the pits. I'm guessing that's for a wing change. As Wayne has already broken DRS. He is looking rapid. Go on to Wayne. He's got the fastest man in the tier behind him. But he's making him look like an amateur. Obviously, Scotty might not be in the best mindset, as me and Armin have been messing with him all day. I feel bad for the bloke. He's an absolute legend, and yeah, it's a shame we had to mess around with him. I'm sorry, Scott. He's probably concentrating right now. Right. The gaps are quite stable right now. I think the word it'll be, as Jay goes slightly wide. He's all over the place there. And JT Cod, he's gonna back out. That's well driven from JT, but Jay's gone wide on the exit. and JT's going to get the run here against him. They're both using ERS, I think. Well, JT is definitely using it, and he goes around the outside and he gets the move done. Good driving from the Porsche driver. As obviously this is the new section of the track where it's just a straight line now. It's a curved straight, to be honest. But yeah, it's a good addition to the track. Obviously, gives overtaking better chance. Nadine David goes ahead of Jay. Does Jay have a little bit of damage? He's had a few moments this lap, so yeah. But that's standard for Jay. He does have a few moments, but he did hit a beautiful switchback on Sunday, as Nefer gets ahead of Basson on his debut. As Taylor Danny is going to have DRS and Tuck here. Taylor Danny on the SRT Cupra against the Revolution Racing owner. And here he is. DRS is activated and Taylor Danny is getting ahead of Tuck. That's P18 for the SRT Cupra, while the other one is in P6 chasing down Blue Newsol in the United car. Yeah, these front lot, apart from Scott, they all have DRS and they're just sort of keeping that gap the same. So yeah, it's very calculated race right now, let's say. Oh, as Terriers goes slightly wide there, he'll be fine, but yeah, it's not what he wants to do often. As Nadine David's right the back of JT Cod. JT is trying down the inside with Nadine David around the outside. He's done well, Nadine David, and he stays ahead of JT Cod in P10. But JT's coming back at him. He stays behind. It's good racing from the two of them, with Nadine David staying ahead. With Bab gets ahead of Baston as well. So Bab in P16 is making his way back through the grid after a first lap collision with somebody. I'm not too sure who it was, but he had a first lap collision. And Ben Brash is on the back of Scott now. 4/10 the gap is into the DRS straight. Could we see a potential move? He's using the ERS. He's coming. He's gaining. The Sanka car on Scott. The two championship rivals from last season. Oh, they got very close. Oh, Ben Brash, that was close, as Milan gets ahead of Blue as well. Milan in P5 is ahead of Blue, who's dropped out of DRS now. So then it's the two United cars, as Eggolf's got slightly wide there as well. He's got Hilly on the back of him. Obviously these two have raced before when Hilly was crowned the Pro Tier champion. He's now evolved into a beautiful, I don't know what tier. He drives a Challenger now. Oh no, he drives in a Contender on a Sunday, because obviously Pro's on the Sunday. Yeah, so he's a very good Contender driver now. That's probably where Eggolf wants to be next season. We will see how he gets on in Sunday Pro, but it's not about Sunday Pro, it's about Wednesday Division. This is Eggolf's first season here, and he's against the man who's been here the whole time in Hilly 0192. Yeah, so Milan has to sort of get back in this DRS now, or the front four will sort of run away with it. So he needs to sort of start pushing here. 44% ERS for him, 70% for Blue. So we'll see how this sort of section pans out for him, as he uses a little bit of ERS, but 1.2 seconds the gap is not really coming down. And similar to other tracks in Singapore, where once you lose DRS, it is so difficult to go back in DRS as well. Right, so Ben Brash, he's not going to try it this lap. He's just going to stay behind this lap. They were very close to colliding on lap 4. So let's not do that again, lads. What we'll say is, Wayne, look at him go. This is what Wayne is about. 5 laps in, he's got a 1.7 second gap. He is cooking. This is what Fabulous Wayne does in the JT Golf car. And JT entrusted him. Oh, it's Brad! Brad is gone! Brad is into the wall! And he's sort of lost it where George Russell lost it, slightly ahead. But that's a safety car. It's a virtual safety car. That is a massive loss. TSL Brad is out of the race. And I'm not too sure what he's done there. As his TP says no. As Brad is in the chat, he goes, that doesn't give me a good sign. That means it's sort of not his fault there. Brad, can you tell us what's happened there? that is a weird place to lose it, I will say. As this VSC will not be helpful for Chaz. I think Chaz, once that safety car and the safety car's out, and that's going to help Chaz. Chaz needed that. He's back in the race now. I'm not too sure what happened there. I'm going to quickly look at race director, see if there was a collision. Oh, we can actually see. So we know that happened, as it was Hilly who collided with Bab, and Bab collided with Taylor Danny as well. So they did collide indeed. And then these are all track limits, and then it doesn't really say how Brad crashed. So I'm not too sure what's happened. I tapped the wall on the right and it flung me to the left. Oh, okay. Okay, I sort of get that. That's unlucky. That is unlucky. Really unlucky. Ah, Brad, you were driving so well as well. You were on the back of these guys on the medium tyre. Not necessarily the strategy to be on, but you were there. That's the main thing. As Tuck comes into the pits on a new set of mediums, so he will not be going to the end. He will just be trying to make a two-stop work now. So we'll see how that gets on. It was sort of a free pit stop for him. So it's sort of too early for the medium guys. So this safety car's really like, it's almost just, it's brought the pack together, but none of them could really do a stop. So it's reset the race, let's say. As Milan has said, the mediums are bleep, which is good information for the majority of the grid. Where 5 laps in, the mediums aren't feeling great. So this safety car might mean that they could extend their stint longer. No one put on the softs. The softs are pointless around here. They're absolutely useless, unless you have 2 laps of racing. Sorry boys, I will be right back. I'm just gonna get a drink. Hello, I'm back. As Chaz has come into the pits again. So he will not catch up this lap, I don't believe. He will actually. If he absolutely sends it, which he probably won't. But Terriers has put on the hard tyre actually. Yeah, Terriers has put on the hard tyre here, so how many laps is that? 24 laps. It could be possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. We'll see how Terriers gets on though. I don't expect the likes of Milan to pick, because Milan, he did say the mediums are not very good, but P4 right now. That is an absolute unreal shot, by the way, of all the cars. Just going down the main straight, looking at all the different colour cars, the different teams on the grid, in the shiny versions, obviously, because we're around Singapore. Yeah, it's nice to see. So Chaz will catch up this lap. So it will be 26 laps. No, it won't. It'll be. Wait. So we'll get going at lap 9. So it'll be 22 laps even. I'm gonna look at DSL Brad's incident. Oh my! That is so unlucky for you, Brad. Oh, you've had a nightmare there, but that is so unlucky. The way it's just shot you out. It is similar to George Russell, but yeah, that's unlucky for you. Just that little moment where you just drift slightly right and it hits the right wall and then into the left wall. Yeah. At least you can laugh about it. Fair enough, Brad. Respect to you. Yeah. It's a long season, Brad, obviously. Last week was a real positive, especially the pace you had. The penalty was unfortunate, but yeah, the pace is looking strong this season for you. Qualifying well, driving well. But it's ironic, but you are driving well despite that incident. Right, safety cars in this lap, so I'll shut my mouth. Wayne is leading it. In a JT Golf, he's got his good friend behind him. As Wayne has decided to go, despite the safety car not even being in, so it's going to cut his throttle. And he's gone again, and it's going to cut his throttle again. And Scott's right at the back of him. Scott against Wayne. This is DTS, and Wayne stays ahead. But he's got Ben Brash on the back of him now. Ben Brash is going aggressive and he's hit Scott in the back. Scott can't put any power down. Could that be damage for Ben Brash? It was too late to be damage, I think. But you never know with the damage model in this game. And now Ben Brash is using his ERS to try and get ahead of Scott. Scott is going to use his to stay ahead. And Wayne is going to lead into the corner. There's a few movements here, and it's Hilly going around the outside of Egolf Hazard. Does he go off track there? Hilly keeps the position, and he's done well to get a move around the outside. And Nade David is also looking, but he can't quite get past the United car of Egolf, both on the medium tyres. So 9 laps in, Milan says that mediums aren't great, and you could probably see it with that move from Hilly on the hard tyre and Egolf on the mediums. So will Blue look to try and get Milan here? He's obviously on the hard tyres, so it could be interesting with the grip he's got. But obviously we've just come back from a safety car where the tyres are sort of refreshed here, and Terriers gets ahead of Taylor Danny. Mac and Cheese has just joined. Mac was sort of in the race. The Revolution Racing driver has just joined. I'm not sure why he's joined. Welcome to the race, Mac. Nice to see you here. Oh, there's 2 cars there. It's Riddler against Jay. You can't go around the outside there. And Dave Riley's going to get involved. The Riddler versus Dave Riley on the main straight here. And the Riddler is going to get ahead of Dave. Dave tries to stick his nose in, but he stays behind. And the JT Golf car goes wide. And now he's going side by side with Bab. Bab, who has his teammate right behind him on fresh tyres. I would not race this if I was Bab. This is the 2 TIG teammates here. This is the team run by Ginge. But Bab is going aggressive here. He's trying to get Neverfit Addy's here before his teammate gets him. Down the inside. Oh, he looked at it. And now he's just holding up his teammate. He is holding up his teammate really badly here. Bab sort of has to move. He's getting pushed along. And this might not be good for the 2 TIG drivers. Teammates, oh, it's not looking good. It's looking naughty. It's looking dirty even. I don't know why I said naughty. That's a madness. Let's not quote that one. Right, back to the front. Milan 3 tenths behind Ben Brash. Ben Brash, who Jamie, stop laughing. Jamie, leave me alone. 1.5 seconds is the gap from Wayne to Scott, with Ben Brash 8 tenths behind. But it's Milan who's looking the closest out of all these guys. What I will say, yeah, I've got 15,000 points in Twitch for thingy, and I don't know even what to use them for, as DRS has been enabled. DRS enabled this lap, so could Scotty be under pressure here? And Bab and Terriers and Andy's here's the one he's maybe spun. I'm not too sure. It's at the final corner. Could have been contact as Basson comes into the pits. Is that for a wing change? I'm not too sure. As Terriers is still at the back of Bab. What is going on between these two? Thanks, Jamie. Maybe next time. And they're going to go for it, the two TIG cars. And Terriers is finally ahead, and he almost goes into the back of thingy, and he gets a 3-second time penalty. Oh, Terriers will not be happy with that. And Jay looks like he's really struggling here as well. Jay, oh, I thought he was going into the wall. I can't lie. I thought he was going straight into that wall. JT Cod is right in the back of Endangered David as well. So this could be an interesting fight that could be building up. As Ben Brash is sort of losing touch to Scotty as well. Same with Blue on the back of Milan. He's sort of losing touch as well, so he sort of has to push alongside Ben Brash. There is no DRS down here. I thought there might be, as Blue has actually dropped out of DRS, and that's going to invite Hilly to make a move. As Egolf had a rear snap there, that is not going to help him at all. As Terriers gets ahead of Dave Riley into the final corner, well, just before the final corner. That's a very weird place to make a move. But now Terriers, he's going to go down the inside of Riddler as well. Oh, he's going to cut the corner, and there's a contact between Riddler and Terriers. Riddler's in the wall and Terrier survives. Oh, the inside curb has just shot him out, and it's hit him into the Riddler. That's a tough one to take for the Riddler. He was driving really well. Now he's in the wall. Yes, Jack Tyler. Wayne is winning. He's got a 2.2 second gap with Ben Brash right in the back of Scott as well. Blue has found his way back into DRS, but just about. He's got 60% ERS to Milan's 71% ERS. So he has been pushing slightly more than Milan. But Milan just seems to have that little edge over Blue right now. Our closest front track is Bab, I believe. Oh no, it's Egolf has us right in the back of Hilly. Well, he's lost a bit of time there on the exit of that corner. But Egolf putting pressure on Hilly, who himself, he's not looking comfortable in that DRS zone. 9 tenths the gap is. Egolf could actually help out Blue here by like trying to force pressure on Hilly, making him make a mistake and dropping him out of DRS. But Egolf has made a mistake there, and this is going to invite Nadine and David into the fight here. The Revolution car is currently sitting P8. It's not been this season so far, Nadine and David, but he is a very good driver, so yeah, you just got to give him time, and he will show everyone. As Bab and Chaz and Dave Riley's into the wall, and Bab has got a 5-second penalty for severe collision. I think Bab's hit him into the wall, and that is a virtual safety car. We have another virtual safety car in this race. Riddler gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and Bab and Dave Riley have actually collided. I'm looking at the gap here. It's a VSC, and Wayne's getting a big gap, like a very weirdly big gap. Like he's gaining time on Scott. He's got a 4-second gap to Scott. The gap is 3 tenths to Ben Brash as well. So if Ben Brash can get a good exit, well, good run on the Delta here, he could get ahead of him here. as he is putting the pressure on Scotty here. Oh, right at the back of him. As when is this VSC going to go green? I wish it would tell us when it would go green. As it's gone green and Basson gets a drive through. Not on your DTS debut, Basson. And Nadine David gets to run on the Egolf Hazard on the VSC. Oh, but he's almost in the wall. Oh, he almost went into the wall there. That could have been game over for Nadine David, who's driving a brilliant race in P7. As Chaz, making his recovery, goes ahead of Jay as well. P11 for Chaz. Next up for him is Bab, who had that 5-second penalty for the collision on Dave Riley. 75% ERS for Chaz. As we'll stay on board with Chaz here, because he's looking very, very good right now. Can he get Bab on this straight here on DRS? He's going to use his ERS here. He's going to gain on Bab. He's gaining on the TIG driver in his Sanka Mobile. No, his Power Grid Mobile. This is what JBT's team, and he goes around the outside, and that was very close between the two. But Chaz gets ahead. That's P10 for Chaz. And there's a bit of movement in the pit lane with Basson going ahead of Dave Riley, who pits for his wing damage. As Hilly is right in the back of Blue as well. 1.5 seconds is Blue's gap to Milan. So that VSC has not helped Blue at all. And it's not helped Milan either. Milan was on the back of these guys, but he's completely dropped out now, and he's pushing with the ERS to try and get back ahead. But yeah, it's not really helped him here. 14 laps in, the mediums guys could start to think about pit stops now. So we will see what happens with their pit windows, as Ben Brash is very close to Scott here. As Wayne is proper controlling this. Chaz making a massive comeback. That's what he does. As Mav, the TP of Spartan Phoenix, is not too happy with Bab's collision, and he picks up a 3-second time penalty as well for exceeding track limits. As the medium guys start to come in. Egol comes in with JT Cod, both going on the hard tyre till the end of the race. But here comes Ben Brash on Scott. Ben Brash down the inside of Scott, and he gets ahead of, into the braking zone, and that's the switch for P2. He's been trying that for a few laps now, and he gets ahead. And same with Hilly. Hilly gets ahead of Blue as well. P5 for the Spartan Phoenix driver. And can Ben Brash start to push on for Wayne here? Or will Scotty keep challenging him? It looks like a battle for P2 for these guys, with Wayne running out front, doing his own job and winning this race currently. The JT Golf Kart, he's been unstoppable right now. 92 is his driver number. I'm not sure why. I need to ask these guys what their numbers and why. Right. Anyways, Scott on the back of Ben Brash here. Just looking at closer fights, Jay is on the back of Bab here. He's in his DRS with Taylor Danny very close as well. Taylor Danny looking to get a move on Jay, the SRT Cupra against the Aphrodite car. Taylor Danny, who did have a very impressive junior tier season last year. He had a few wins, but unfortunately couldn't win the champion. Oh, okay. Milan comes into the pits. I thought he binned it. Milan comes into the pits here on the medium tyre, so he's going to get an undercut on these hard guys, but obviously he's going to be on the hard tyre compared to their mediums. So we'll see where he comes out. Egolf Hazard, who... Oh, and Bab is retired in the pit lane. Bab's retired in the pit lane. So Egolf pitted a lap before, and he had a significant gap to Milan, so I don't think he'll be ahead, but we never know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be close. As Egolf into turn 1, there's a lot of cars coming out of the pit lane here. And there is the SRT Cupra of Milan. Milan right in front of him, and he's got the tyre grip, Egolf does. So the undercut's worked for him. And he can't make the move into sector 1 because of the yellow flags. But he's going to go for it here, the United car, with DRS and ERS activated. 1 lap fresher, 1 lap older tyres, but they're warmed up, and he's ahead. So the undercut for Egolf Hazard has worked brilliantly. But here comes Milan on the outside. He stays behind. So Egolf has made this work. And this could actually help out his teammate, who is Blue, obviously. And Blue was behind Milan. But if Egolf could probably hold him up. Despite them getting the undercut, the gap will be less significant. But Blue is dropping from Hilly. 1.4 seconds the gap is to Blue and Hilly. Hilly obviously overtaking Blue a few laps ago. And Ben Brash is in. Ben Brash comes in. So does Scott. Is this a bit early for the hard runners? I think this is slightly early. As Chaz also comes in, obviously. No, not Chaz. Blue comes in as well. I don't know if this is early or not. This seems very early to me. As Blue comes in, he puts on the medium tyres, and that is 14 laps to the end. It's not that long, but Strout would have been in my favour as well. Come on, Chaz. Come on, Chaz, indeed. I would love Chaz to thingy. As Mav is throwing accusations around. As, oh, that is JT Cod. JT Cod getting ahead of Blue on the pit stops. JT Cod on the new hard tyres. He gets the undercut on Blue as well. Where's Hilly? Oh, Hilly hasn't pit. Oh, there's someone going for him. It's Ben Brash on Terriers. Ben Brash completely shoves him off. And oh, that could be going to the stewards. I don't think Terriers will be a happy man over that. That was slightly over the top from Ben Brash. Scott now, he's got to get past Terriers. I think that move from Ben Brash was like, he thought he had to do it because now there's a car in between them and Ben Brash is starting to get the gap. So yeah, this is not helping Scott at all. But could it go to the stewards? I'm not sure. I didn't have the best of view on it as Terriers just lets him pass. That's fair from Terriers. He knows that's not necessarily his race. So Famous Wayne comes into pits now. He had a 4-second gap, I believe. Oh my god! I saw the wet tires. And did anyone else see the wet tires from the pit crew there? I saw wet tires going on his car for a second. I'm not even joking. I saw wet tires coming on, but luckily he's on the mediums. So where is Ben Brash? Ben Brash is on the main straight right now, and there is Wayne. Wayne is still going to lead the Grand Prix. His teammates there as well. And his teammate's doing good bits. His teammate's holding up Ben Brash. And they sort of collided. But yeah, his teammate did not want to get in his way. And that is good teamwork. But it could have been slightly better. That is lovely from the fair Andy's here. He's unbelievable. But here comes Ben Brash and Wayne. Oh, they've collided. Is that damage for Ben Brash? As he goes, oh, they've collided again. Oh, lads, please chill. As Wayne now goes down the inside of Ben Brash. Oh, it's never going well. Scott's there as well. This is a three-way battle. The yellow, the pink, and the green. They're all going at it. Scotty goes around the outside. He saws around the outside. He gets ahead of Ben Brash. That's P5 for Scott right now. Yeah, P5, but that's net P2 for him. He's done well, and now he's on the back of his good friend. Oh, these three drivers would not be happy with each other. Well, Scott and Wade were probably laughing because that's what they do. Yeah, that is exactly what they do. As Terriers gets ahead on Nev Andes, who's struggling on these hard tyres. He's just trying to hold these tyres out, and unfortunately, it's not going his way. He done well for his teammate, but yeah, it's not gone his way individually. But if Wayne can get a win in the end, he deserves credit, and he's got Egolf right on the back of him now. As Tuck comes into the pits, so that promotes the drivers up another position, with Egolf trying to get the move done. But Never Andy's here has a lot of DRS, not a lot of ERS even. As Blue is right in the back of JT as well. So oh, Milan is right in the back of Egolf. And Milan might go for it on Egolf here. But Egolf is going to try and get it on Nevandy's here, but he's not quite going to do it. And Blue gets ahead, and here comes Hilly. Oh, for Hilly is going for it, and he's made a little bit of contact with JT, but that is fine. Hilly goes ahead of JT, and so does Blue. Blue has to get Nadine to David, and then it's up Milan. But Egolf is getting held right up by a thingy. And Milan's lost his front wing. Milan has lost his front wing, and he's going to be in so much pain here. Singapore's one of the worst places to have wing damage. He just went into the back of thinking, oh, Nate Danger David almost went to the back, and Wayne gets ahead of his former Alfa Romeo. Oh my God, lads! Oh my days! Oh, Jay could have been an absolute hero there to his teammate, but he lets them all through. Smart from Jay. He's just watching this battle now. He is watching this battle. This is starting to get political between JT Golf, Aphrodite, and Sanka. Baton obviously can't comment because he's driving, and Wayne sets fast lap. And Milan is going to come into the pits because he's got no front wing, and there's so much happening in this final corner. I don't know what just happened in that final corner. Blue is Hilly is now ahead of Blue, and yeah, there was carnage. Obviously, Milan had no front wing; they were all going slow. As the grid is really mixed up right now, we do not know who's where. Chaz currently leads. Obviously, he needs to pit again, and then you got Scott on the back of Wayne, who's actually losing time again. So Wayne has got outrageous pace. Wayne has been putting the hours in. The fair play to him. He's looking unreal. He is looking unreal. As Hilly gets past Nate Danger David now down the inside, and he gets it done. Nate Danger David gives him a little push, I think, but it's fine. Singapore is a very tough place to race, obviously, with the narrow track and everything. Yeah. It's obviously a street track. It provides us with crashes and everything. So yeah, our drivers are doing well to provide us with a good race where overtaking is getting done and stuff like that. So fair play to the drivers. As Jay is still out on his hard tyres, I'm not sure what he wants to do here. As Scotty's dropped out. Scotty's dropped out of DRS once again. Wayne is flying. 1.2 seconds the gap is to Wayne. And he's gaining a lot to Chaz as well. Obviously, Chaz has to pit, but Chaz could play a factor in this. The power grid car. Yes, they're all in a party together. And I want to know what this party's like. You know, these boys are like my PGR best friends, and I want them to do the best possible. So if I could get a Wayne Scott 1-2, it would be the best day ever. Obviously, I'd love this blue one, but yeah. I should probably shut up. Right. As Ben Brash doesn't really have ERS, neither does Thingy. And Wayne has 44! Wayne has 44% ERS to Scott's 10. Oh, Scott's one slightly wider. I don't think that's a track limit. As Hilly's right in the back of Egolf Hazard as well. Hilly tries down the inside of Egolf. Egolf around the outside. Is he going to keep it? I can't even get a good view of this. They're going side by side, and Hilly gets ahead, and now it's Nate Danger David trying to get past as well. But Hilly goes wide, and Egolf is going to try again. This is a beautiful angle of United and Spartan Phoenix, and down the inside Egolf goes. And Hilly stays, and Egolf gets ahead again. Really well driven from both of them. Chaz to pull an Alonso and get the win. Go on, Chaz. I would be all for that. As Wayne has actually caught up to him. He's right at the back of him. And he's going to get it done. And Chaz, being a good friend of Wayne, has let him pass. Fair play to Chaz for putting a shift in tonight. He's done absolutely phenomenal just to be here and race. So, yeah, love that from you, Chaz. As Egolf is getting pressurised by Hilly again. Egolf doing his teammate a good job here, I think. His teammate Blue is down in P10 currently, putting the pressure on Nate Danger David, and Hilly is going to go for it again. He's gaining on him. He's going to try to go around the outside, Hilly, and he's done well. He's done phenomenally around the outside. Hilly gets the move done, and that's Tuck. No, that's not Tuck. That's Dave Riley. He's out of session. That's a safety car. Oh, hello. What's going to happen here? We have 9 laps left for racing, and we have a safety car. That is very, very interesting. That is... That's Chaz! Chaz, what are you doing? Chaz, what are you doing? He's let everyone through. They're going to get illegal overtakes, right? Oh my god, they're getting illegal overtakes. Chaz was trying to be nice, but yeah. I can't believe that. Oh. So safety car is out. What is going to happen here? I can't believe what I just seen from Chaz as Brad is proper cheering him on. I will say, yeah, Chaz and Brad. This, in my opinion, I think that's the best team on the grid. Chaz is possible of race wins. Brad is possible of race wins. Both are probably not favourites. What they've got good possibility of being on the podium. So that power grid team is unbelievable. As Chaz comes in, as does Wayne come in? Wayne does come in. So they're all putting on fresh tyres. But what tyres will that be? Everyone comes in. And Jay is going to be net P6. Jay is going to be P6. Oh, Chaz, no. Oh, Chazzy boy. Oh, I'm gutted for Chaz. As Chaz has called it a day. Egolf stays out. Blue stays out as well. Oh, that's not the call, boys. As the United team principal, that is not the call, lads. Oh, no. Oh no, lads! Oh no! As Wayne is P4 on soft tyres, with JT doing the same as he did last week. These three are going to have the hardest job of their life right now. We have a United 1-2, which is pretty cool, but bad night for PGI indeed. I was saying some good work. Oh! Hilly's got 5 seconds for crossing the white line! Oh my days, Hilly! That's unbelievable! 5 seconds for crossing the pit line. He could... I don't think he could have appealed or anything. I'm not sure. I don't know what the rules are on that. Alright, so Egolf leads the Grand Prix with Blue in P2. JT in P3 with Famous Wayne in P4. Famous Wayne is on the softs with Ben Brush on the mediums. Scott Terry is in J on the softs with Hilly on the mediums. Taylor goes on the softs with Nadine, David and Riddler on the mediums. Tuck on the softs. Nathaniel's here on the mediums with Milan on the softs. And Basson on the mediums. I don't know. I don't think this is the right call. And it's both my drivers who have done it. So I'm in such a weird spot here. Egolf in P1 and Blue in P2. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens here. What will happen here between Wayne, Brash and Scott? Brash has gone on a different tyre to Scott and Wayne. Wayne will know that the tyres can do 9+ laps from that Sunday Pro race where Tuck did a 9 lap stint and actually beat Wayne. So yeah, so Wayne will know that the tyres can do that many laps. It's a gamble from the 3 in front, but it sort of worked for JT last week. Can it work for him again? I honestly don't know. I think Wayne will win this. I think Wayne has to win it. It's been unbelievable. Does anyone have a prediction who's going to win this? It's looking like it's going to be a Wayne win, which I'd love to see. I would love a Wayne win. Wayne would make me the happiest man alive. As a safety car will probably be in this lap, so we'll have lap 25 to 31. We'll have 6 laps of racing. 6 laps of racing. It is possible to hold these out for the 2 up front, the 3 up front. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be so tough. Let them battle, Keith. Jay win. I would love a Jay win. Come on, the Jay. He's P8 right now. He doesn't have a penalty, so he gets ahead of Terriers. And then he's got a teammate, so that's a bit awkward. Alright, as safety car is in this lap. Safety cars in this lap. Egolf Hazard will be leading us away with Blue in P2 and JT in P3. These are the 3 biggest people that need sort of carnage behind them. If they can have carnage behind them, they'll be on for a good result. It's going to be difficult though. Fresh soft tyres against their tyres is pretty much impossible to defend. As Milan says, the comeback is on for Milan. He's currently P15. We'll see how he ends off at the end of the race, as Egolf is warming up his tyres. When will he decide to go? He's decided to go now. Blues decided to go as well, and they've gone early. Here we go. We have 6 laps left of racing. The 2 United cars lead us away into the main straight. And there's a few cars, and it looks like Ben Brash and Scott are going very, very close there. Scott definitely having the fresher tyres. Oh! Ben Brash has hit Wayne! Ben Brash has hit Wayne, and Wayne does not get a good run there. That's going to hurt Wayne. And does Ben Brash have wing damage? I'm not too sure. I think Ben just outbroke himself, and he just gave Wayne a little push, and it sort of just offset his car a bit. And the 2 United cars, I believe they swap. So Blue leads the race with Egolf in P2. And JT in P3. But this is where the soft tyres are going to be so much quicker. Where's Wayne going to look to get these moves done? As Nadine and David and Hilly are going at it, and Nadine and David gets ahead. But sorry lads, I'm just watching the soft tyres. I'm just watching Wayne because it's the fight for the lead. Wayne is gaining on JT Cod. He can't really get the move done there. JT Cod has actually got more ERS than Wayne, and he's using his ERS to stay ahead. Oh, he's pushing him through the corners, and here he comes, famous Wayne and JT Cod down this straight, and it looks like Wayne's gonna get ahead here, and Wayne goes ahead, but the switchback from JT Cod. JT Cod around the outside here, but he doesn't quite have the grip compared to Wayne, and Wayne gets ahead. Now it's the 2 United cars for Wayne. Then it's Ben Brash. Ben Brash is now going to get ahead, and they're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. No, they're not. It's going to be... Oh, no, Scott! Scott and JT have crashed. Scott and JT have crashed, and Scott has survived. Oh, JT's all over the place and needs out. He's gone. He has gone. And back to Wayne. I'm not too sure whose fault that was, but now it's Wayne's. Wayne has to try and get Egolf here. Egolf has to defend for his teammate. It's a United 2v1 here. Ben Brash is right at the back of it. Wayne, Ben, you gotta be careful. Did Scott pick up damage there? As Jay's on the back of Scott, he's sort of got a 1 second gap here. But the tyre advantage from Wayne, if he can clear these 2 United cars and sort of put them as like a wall in between, he could be loving life. As Ben Brash is trying to get a run here, but he just can't. And Egolf is going to do everything to defend for his teammate here. These 2 have been trying hard, but he gets passed around the outside. Egolf is smart, and Ben Brash gets passed as well. Ben Brash is passed, and so will Scotty. Scotty with 12% ERS, now 8%. And he gets ahead, and Egolf got close to the wall there. And now it's Wayne against Blue. He's got so much grip. Look how quick he is. Blue's not even going to fight this. He's too much of a friend to Wayne to fight this. And he lets Wayne past. Wayne goes ahead of Blue. And now it's Ben Brash. What can Ben Brash do against Blue? 10 lap old mediums against 4 lap old mediums. These two are more similar tyres compared to the rest. The rest obviously on soft tyres, they'll have a bit more grip. But yeah, Blue's not really going to fight it. He gets ahead as well. And Nadine and David gets past Nadine and David and Jay. Oh, there's a bit of contact, and Jay has to go off there. Jay has to go off track, and yeah, Nadine and David stays ahead there. No, gets the position there on Jay. As Blue is ahead of Scott. Scott doesn't really have ERS to play with, and Wayne is running away with it again. So this is sort of the story of the race here. Wayne running away with it with the Ben Brash and Scott behind fighting. Blue 8/10 out now. He's trying everything to hold on to these positions, but the guys behind are just too quick for him. as Hilly gets ahead of Jay Good Francis, who are the founders of PGR, battling with Hilly getting ahead, and Terriers is out of the race, and that's a safety car. That is a safety car. I'm not gonna say anything. That's a safety car, and this makes the race very interesting. Blue stays out again. Oh, he's not alert. He can't really come in, can he? He goes to last if he comes in. 28 out of 31, we have a safety car. Egolf Hazard comes in for a set of softs. His gamble hasn't worked, unfortunately. Taylor Danny comes in as well with Vandy's here. So we're going to have 2 laps of racing, I believe. No, we're not. We're going to have... I think we're going to go... Yeah, we're going to have 2... I think we're going to go racing at lap 30. Potentially lap 29 we might go racing. We'll see how this gets on. Terriers... that's unlucky, mate. That is annoying. I've actually had a similar issue on my controller. It's so annoying when that happens. Like, fair play for you to still continue. It's a tough world, isn't it? It's not really. It's tough. I don't really know what to say, but yeah, I feel for you. I really do feel for you. You were driving really well. Obviously, you got caught up in the collision with Riddler. But unfortunately, the controller has absolutely shafted you. But one man who's not been shafted is Famous Wayne. He sits P1 on the soft tyres. He's got Ben Brash and Blue ahead of Scott, which he needs because Scott is on that soft tyre. Obviously, Ben Brash can still fight Wayne here, but obviously, medium to softs. I think softs are still probably quicker right now. As we might go racing this lap. It's unlikely. JT Cod has to catch up to the pack. His gamble didn't work out either alongside Egolf's. Well, let's be honest, none of their gambles worked. Blue is currently sitting P3. He's probably been in the best position. But at the same time, every person behind him has fresher tyres. Egolf is sitting in P12 with JT Cod in P15. We will get going on lap 30 though, so we will have 2 laps of racing, probably 2 laps of chaos, but it could be good chaos, could be DTS chaos. How's it been on comms? Thanks for asking, Terriers. I appreciate it. Comms has been an interesting one. There's been a lot of battles, obviously. But yeah, it's been a strange race, I'd say. It has been a strange race with the safety cars, and Wayne has sort of dominated, if you get me. Oh no, I feel for you. Oh, I feel for you. Oh, that's gotta be a horrible day. Oh, that is horrible. Oh, take a good night's sleep. That you take a good rest after this. Yeah. As JT questions why it's Terriers racing. Terriers has put a shift in here. Yeah, it's unfortunate. What's it? We should get going here. Does anyone want updates on Champions League scores? As I'm about to look. Celtic are 2-2 with Atleti. Dortmund are 1-0 up against Newcastle, with PSG 2-0 up against AC Milan. Leipzig 1-0 up against Red Star Belgrade, and Young Boys are 1-1 with City, by the way. And Royal Antwerp are 2-1 down to Porto. That's my Champions League updates. Alright, did it say safety car is in this lap? So Wayne will lead us away. 2 laps for him to get his first ever win in DTS. The pressure is on for the man. In P1, he was on pole. When will he decide to go? When will Wayne decide to go? And he's gone, he's legged it, he's gone. It's a good restart for Wayne with Ben Brash behind. Someone's gone really wide there with Blue actually putting the pressure on Ben Brash, but he can't really do it. Scott goes down the inside. It's the two former total rivals have a little bit of collision. And Blue has no grip, and now Nadine David is going to get past him as well. Nadine David. Oh, Hilly's there, you got to be careful. And, Hilly gets past now. But it's the man on pole who's currently leads 2/10 ahead of Ben Brash. The gap is very close between these two. It's going to go down to the final lap, I believe. There will not be DRS, so whoever's faster is faster. Can Ben Brash overtake? If Wayne wants to lead any race, it's probably Singapore. The one race where it's so difficult to overtake. And Wayne could be winning this race. Scott just 8 tenths behind the two of these guys. It's not been Scott's day, but a podium will take him very far into this championship. He's been sensational these first 3 races, and he might get on the podium again. He's got Nadine David pressurising him though, who's looking for his first podium in the main DTS. As Wayne goes slightly wide there compared to Ben Brash, 5 tenths to gap. Wayne is pushing with his ERS, and Ben Brash is sort of holding. They have similar ERS. Going through the final corner on lap 30, we're going to go to lap 31, and we're going to have a 1-lap shootout. Sanka against JT Golf. It's going to be very, very close. As Jack Tyler says, nail-biting stuff. Down the main straight we go. 5 tenths to gap, and Wayne will stay ahead in these combination of corners. But Ben Brash gains, but he goes one exit. The exit's going to be key for Wayne, and he gets a good exit, and that could be it. 6 tenths to gap. Ben Brash is using his ERS, and now Wayne will probably dump his ERS on this straight here. 5 tenths to gap, and he's gaining. Riddler goes ahead of Jay for P7. But Ben Brash behind. 3 tenths to gap. Oh, he got close there. He's lost his only real overtaking spot as Basson. Ben Brash's teammate has picked up a 3-second time penalty. Ben Brash trying everything he can. Wayne has the ERS advantage as well. Wayne needs to get a good exit out of this hairpin here. If he can get a good exit out of this hairpin, it could be all over. Oh, he's got slightly wide, but that should be okay. As Nadine David is putting Scott under pressure. Nadine David for his first ever podium in the main DTS, the junior tier, who's not had the season so far. He goes ahead of the champion. Nadine David gets ahead of Scott, and he could be on the podium. But the man, this is his moment. The JT Golf car. Last week he was on pole. The race didn't go his way. This week he's on pole, and it goes his way. He gets his big money move. He gets his big moment. This is Wayne's moment, and he wins his first ever DTS race around Singapore. Season 3, round 3. The JT Golf takes the win. Famous Wayne, the British driver, is our race winner. Come on, Wayne. Yes, Wayne. Oh, he deserves that so much. He deserves it so much. Oh, it couldn't have happened to a better man. He deserves it. Wayne is our winner here in DTS. Unbelievable, Jeff. He takes home 50 points in his championship. Wayne is going. Look at him go. Go on the Wayne. Yes. Come on, Wayne. Oh, shout out to Danger David as well. Overtaking the champion on the last lap to get your first ever podium. He was promoted from junior tier. He's not had the first 2 races he would have wanted. But this race, he's delivered P3, and that is good points for Revolution Racing, and a much needed result for him. But Wayne, he's been here from the very start. He's done every single race, I believe, and this week was his week. Wayne on pole position with the 2-stop. He gets the fastest lap as well. So 51 points is going to JT Golf. Ben Brash in P2 did everything he could with Nadine David in P3. Scott finishes in P4 after a last lap battle with Nadine David. Blue in P5 with Jay in P6. Milan in P7 with Hilly in P8. Egolf in P9 with Nadine David in P10. Team owner Tuck in P11 with Riddler in P12, Basson P13 with Taylor Danny P14, JT Cod unfortunately with that collision after other restart in P15 with Terriers, Chaz and Dave Riley and Bab and Brad not making it to the end.